Hello there, and welcome to Office Vlog 9, take 2. So I did some filming over a week ago now, but some things that I was trying to do in that were contingent on some other stuff happening that didn't really happen, and then the holidays drug some stuff out. So I'm just gonna reuse some of that footage, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But for right now, I want to open Amazon mail. But first, there was one that I opened in the last video that I'm going to cut in here really awkwardly. I have one more Amazon package that I have to open, and let's get that one out. I do know what this is because of something I'll talk about in a moment. Well, actually two reasons, but one in particular. So this is more of the magazine shelf dividers, and it looks like I have a note. No. Okay. I do know who sent this. They contacted me, and I have thanked them, and I will thank you again. Thank you so much. These really, they're gonna be super nice. Now that I've seen them, I do need to get some like vinyl stickers that have years that I can make or something. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. It might be like window decoration vinyl stickers with just a bunch of numbers. Then I'm gonna have to buy like a lot of them to put specific years on here because I think that would look really cool. But let me open these in case you haven't seen the previous video where I got some of them. There'll be one more set of these that will be delivered. I'm not sure when, because these have like a really far away delivery date, and then they say they don't ship for like up to 6 days after the order is placed. So yeah, getting these is apparently trickier than I would have guessed. But yeah, they are magazine shelf dividers. Oh, since I have this table here, I can actually demonstrate this. So it has this bit here, and you pull that open and then leave it on there like that, and then it acts as a divider, and then I can put the magazines in between them. That's really nice. You're supposed to put it on towards the front like I just did there, but I'm actually going to put it on to the backs of these shelves because I think it'll look a lot better. So again, thank you for sending these. This is going to make, you're gonna like it when they're put into use and I'm able to make that video. I just need one more of these, and then everything for that video is here. Okay, so thank you again. That is going to be extremely helpful, but I need to get these open now. Now, these three are Amazon mail, and this one isn't, and I will get to that in a moment. But first, let me open these. So I should get the big one out of here first. And it is very big, and oh man, I'm still amazed by this one. And I'm not even sure how to begin opening this. Probably right here. Yeah. So this is incredible, and I'm really, really grateful. When I started bringing in all of my cable stuff, I'm just trying to think about how to talk about this because I'm a little overwhelmed. When I was talking about my cable sorting solutions, I'd mentioned that I'd been thinking about getting a wire rack shelf with a bunch of storage bins. This doesn't come apart very easily. I'm going to cut these flaps off entirely. I talked about getting a metal storage rack for organizing things, and I'd linked to one on Amazon, and that was kind of like a pie-in-the-sky dream option that I was trying to show you guys. At that point, I didn't really know what the response to the Amazon wish list would be, but some people were incredibly generous, and they actually bought these drawers in the shelf for me, and wow, thank you so much, because this is going to be an incredible solution for storing and organizing cables. I don't think I should take this all out of here yet, because this is going to be a whole separate video that I'm not recording today where I set this up, but this has all of the storage bins, and then the metal racks are down there for putting them on that will be assembled, and that is going to be amazing. And I'm really grateful. Now, because this was shipped in the manufacturer's box, I don't know who sent this. I do know one person who sent one of them, and they preferred to be anonymous, but I also don't know if this came from them or if this came from someone else. Yeah, I don't have any idea, because this comes from not here. It's drop shipped effectively, so I don't know who it's from. But to both people who bought one of these for me, thank you so much. This is going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to this. Now, to go with this, actually, I'm really going to try and make this better. I have bought 1,000 hook and loop cable straps, and I'm going to be putting every single cable I own in one of these so that I can manage it and put them in these bins and have them be well organized. So what I'm talking about here is, these don't want to come apart easily. Every single cable that's going in here, like say this US outlet to IEC 13 cable, is going to get a hook and loop strap applied to it, and then I can coil it up, and then without needing to like tie it around itself or anything like that, which I have done in the past, I can just wrap this around it and it will be maintained, and then it can go in the drawer and it won't get itself all tangled together or anything. So that's going to be awesome. These cables will obviously not go in the tiny drawers. Those are going to be for data cables or weird audio adapters and stuff like that. This will go in these bigger drawers that I pulled out. But that's my plan, and I have actually more than 1,000 cable ties, because I have some different sized ones that I actually ordered a while ago that I'm going to be using for this project. These are so much cheaper than you would think in bulk from eBay. So that was a really good purchase that I'm looking forward to using. So that's going to be part of this. And I'm going to make a whole thing out of all of this. I'm going to go through every single cable I own and really make sure everything is well organized. So yeah, this is going to be happening in a different video, but once I have the second shelf, I will start that, because I think I should just do it when I have both, so I can have all of my organizing options available. So thank you. I'm really looking forward to this. This is incredible. Now, let's move on, because we have 2 more packages. I'm pretty sure I know what this first one is. It is the last of 3 things. I can open it on this side. Last of 3 for a set, and yep, it is. There are notes. Thank you, Seth, for sending this. This is the last of the magazine shelf dividers, and I'm really happy to have those, because the magazines that are going in these are actually going to be in plastic protectors. I'm going to really do a good job of protecting everything, and I've already determined I'm not going to be able to read the spines of them too well. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be taking these and I'm going to be applying numbers to the edges so that I can actually tell what is where. And these are going to be really helpful for dividing by years and keeping everything organized, and that's just extremely helpful. So thank you. The stickers are on the way. I'd put those in the Amazon wish list, and I'd actually had requests to add more items to the Amazon wish list, so I just thought of a couple of things and tossed them up there, and you guys cleared it out again. You're so incredible and generous. Thank you so much. So the stickers for labeling those with the respective years are actually on the way already. So I really can't overstate how appreciative I am of this. Speaking of, this box is from when I put new stuff on the list, and I'm not exactly sure what's in here because that was the new stuff and those were all kind of different. Let's see. This comes from Russ S. And he says, I never realized how much desk space monitor stands take up until I think there was a slight typo here, until I bought one of these for myself. That tells me exactly what this is. This is a dual monitor arm stand. Now, I have one of these in there already, and I'd initially put 2 of these on my Amazon wish list, but something changed, and we'll go over that in this. But I did need 2 sets of them, so I'm just gonna reuse the one that I have in there. So this is gonna be for the streaming setup. The computer that's in there is going to be going near the electronics bench. So I'm not sure if it's going under it or by it, but it's going around it. And then it's going to have 2 monitors connected to it, not the PlayStation 3D display. I need to get that off of there and put that somewhere else so that it can actually be enjoyed for what it is. But it's going to have 2 monitors on there, one for OBS and then one for chat. And then next to the camera, there will be a monitor for what the camera is displaying and then another one for chat. Because again, my intention here is to be able to work at the electronics bench, which is where the camera is right now. Actually, I can just move this around. You know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna take this table. I'm gonna position it over here, and then I'm just gonna demo exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So at the electronics bench, I'm gonna move everything over just slightly, and then probably won't have the 3D printer here in the long run. Like I mentioned, I want to get one that will go in the server rack. That way I can mount the monitor arms to the edge of this table. Then I will have one in the landscape orientation, one in the portrait. The portrait one will be for chat. So when I'm working over here, all right, I will be able to, see chat and respond while I'm working. And I'm going to have a camera kind of right here that will be so you can see me, but then I will have the GoPro mounted around here, and I already know what that's coming on. They make what are basically mic boom arms that have a 1/4-20 mount for mounting a camera like this, and one of those is now on the way here, and I will be mounting that to this corner right there, and then we can test all of this. But then over here, there'll be a table, and it'll be approximately this height, actually be exactly that height. And then the camera will be right there, and that monitor is way too small. That's a 7-inch monitor. So that music stand is roughly equivalent to what I'm going to be doing here. And that will be a monitor that will show me everything that OBS is sending out. So that'll be a full screen preview. And then there'll be another portrait display that has chat. So when I'm looking this way, I can actually read the chat still. Although that one will probably work. You know what? That one chat window may be good enough. I need to go through and play around with stuff. Oh yeah, I need a whole monitor just for using the computer while I'm over here, actually, because I'm going to be controlling all of this equipment with some kind of computer. The vintage one that I want to build with the ISA backplane may be connected to there, or something else. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. Things are still up in the air, in flux, however you want to think about it. So there's a couple of things going on with that. But that is what's going on and why the monitor arm mount, because between this space and over there, I'm going to need monitors in multiple positions and most likely multiple monitors for each one. And thankfully, I already have kind of a lot of 1080p monitors, not HDMI, but DVI, which is close enough, that I bought at Goodwill over the years, and I'll probably start going to Goodwills and looking for more of them again, because they're really easy to throw up on these monitor arms and then get like a quick display somewhere. So yeah. Now, I still have one more package I need to open, so let me transition back to that. So again, thank you, Russ, for sending this. That's going to be very helpful for all my plans. This package is not an Amazon package, And I will be putting a pin on the globe for this one because this was sent directly from a viewer to me, but it will be very helpful for these office vlogs going forward. And I'm also blown away by this one. So a huge thank you to Aaron in Anaheim, California. And I already opened this one because the box was kind of damaged and I wanted to make sure everything was okay inside, and it was. In here is a GoPro Hero 6 and a GoPro Hero 8. I'm currently filming this with a GoPro Hero 8 that I bought just for making these office vlogs. And Aaron reached out and said, I have these that I'm not using, would you like them? And this has worked out really well, this camera, and I really like the idea of using this for more stuff in the future. And I had some ideas for multiple camera shots that I wanted to do, but I wasn't gonna be able to get one of those as well, so I was gonna be using my Black Magic and trying to set up some stuff, but he was able to send these, and this is going to be so helpful in the future and something I definitely couldn't have done on my own. So Aaron, thank you. This is basically the exact camera that I'm filming with right now. The only difference is that I have the media mod on that one, so I can plug my microphone into it that my hair might be touching. So this is already, I already have parts and stuff and mounts that'll work. This one is the GoPro Hero 6, which is just a revision or two older, and it's very functionally equivalent to that one. It does not need a media mod because it already has HDMI out, which is how I want to stream with these. So this one's actually going to be really handy. It's probably going to be the one I put on the monitor arm so that I don't have to have a media mod attached to it and all that kind of stuff. So that's extremely helpful. I'm really excited about this. So yes, again, thank you, Aaron. I'm going to go get the globe and we'll put the pin on there right now. Okay, now that we're done with mail stuff, let me use the footage that I already shot and kind of show you stuff that's going on. Now, there are a couple of things in here that I need to talk about first. One of them is that I will no longer be building a computer because I bought a laptop. Now, this actually happened after I shot the last video, but Black Friday, good deal, and this actually just made way more sense. So this is a laptop that is capable of editing my Blackmagic footage, and if I left-clicked instead of right-clicked, you'd see it does a really good job, and that is going to be my solution for here, and this has so many benefits over building a computer because this I'm going to take home every day, and everything that I've worked on it will always be at home, and I don't have to worry about like sending files over the internet or anything like that. It's just problem solved. So this is going to be my workstation here. Now, I was really looking forward to building a computer, unfortunately, because I have this case, which is actually an Inwin, and you know how I love Inwins, and it's a small form factor PC, and I really wanted to build this thing out, but the only graphics card that made sense to be able to do editing stuff was an RTX A2000, and that is going to be an impossible card to get, it seems. I haven't seen one available yet, and it turns out that they're good for computational financial people, and I'm going to leave it there because when you say certain words in a YouTube video, bots will scrape the subtitles and then leave spammy comments down below. So that's, yeah, the A2000 is apparently super good at that, and I'm never going to be able to find one for that. So this just made more sense. Now, this is going to be very usable here because I have this thing, which is internet. Now, I have a lot of footage about this because it was a whole ordeal. This is a T-Mobile 5G home internet thing, and getting this set up is, well, it's still not fully set up. Let me go through some of the old footage that makes sense as part of this process, and you can start to get an idea of what's going on. I'm back from T-Mobile. I got in there and I started talking to him about it, and their terms were outrageous. It was unlimited data with 5G speeds and no hardware fee for $45 a month. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Why would anybody want something else? I mean, Cox was going to be $80 a month, and the speeds are going to be worse than this thing. I've been using, I have had kind of internet here using Cox Wi-Fi accounts, and I'm doing this right now. I'm deleting that from my phone because Cox has Wi-Fi networks all around the area I'm in, like all over. It's ridiculous how many there are. And my phone constantly tries to connect to them all over, and gone. It doesn't always get internet from them because they suck and they're unreliable. And the one here was terrible, which made me question the reliability of their cable internet service here as well. Because if their hotspot doesn't work, why would their cable internet be any better? So I am so happy to go with someone else. You have no idea. Even just if I had had to pay the $80 a month to go with T-Mobile, just to stick it to Cox, even for worse service, I would have. I really hate them. So, I'm excited. I'm gonna go set that up now though, because I want me some good internet. All right, I wasn't gonna film this process, and I don't know how much information I'm gonna have to redact here, but this thing has a little touch screen on the top of it, and I just found that absolutely hilarious. So it's got a QR code I've got to scan here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This is just ridiculous. Scan failed. Yeah, it's really tiny. It doesn't have a lot of redundancy here. Come on. Seriously? Download the thing. Enter administration is located on the bottom of your DailyBot. Okay. Okay, I'm guessing it's going to go ahead. It's already plugged in. I couldn't scan it if it wasn't plugged in. Okay, there we go. Connected. Let's go back to this thing. Wireless home internet sounds so stupid. This is hilarious. Oh, thanks for showing that app. So that's going to be redacted. Okay, so I'm going to be blurring the little screen there because it's also showing the SSID that I picked, but it's showing up now. So now I have to reconnect. Okay, it's claiming it's working. So I guess it's doing okay, connection quality good. All right. I'm in the middle of the building here. I could take it over to the edge near a window like it was crying about. I'm going to do a speed test. See what happens. Yeah. 300 down. Okay. Now the all important up. Oh, ow. Really? That's worse than... Ooh, good grief. I mean, that's the same as Cox, so... Oh, ouch. Oh, you know what? I'm not hovering over it. It's actually slightly better. Okay, so final results are 338 and 13.7, and I'm just going to go ahead and rerun that for giggles while I'm talking here. So I'm going to be playing around with where to position that, because obviously it will be dependent, but it got 16 megabits per second up. Better. Okay, it's up there and connected now. I started a speed test. It did 300 flat down. It's sticking with that 12 up. That's frustrating. As long as it's consistent and not losing connection, that will be fine. Again, this is half of the cost of the Cox connection. So maybe it's not incredible. I'm going to look in the app and see if I have a way of stepping it down to 4G only. So I don't know. See, network, manage your Wi-Fi networks. Okay, here we go. So I can change the SSID and that's it from the app. Cool. No port forwarding. No. Not even configuring whether or not it has a 5 gigahertz or 2.4 gigahertz. Man, is separate network connections. This kind of sucks. I'm gonna have to set up a computer here and then try and connect to it, see if it has like an actual admin page, because this does kind of suck so far. Hopefully it doesn't. Gosh, I'm gonna have to set it up for port forwarding if I'm gonna have any kind of server here. So this could be a problem. Oh, that's way faster. Whoa. Oh, I might be hitting Wi-Fi limits. Okay. Okay, upload. Oh, 35. I mean, that's just what I'm getting with Cox, but I wasn't going to get that with Cox here. Oh, I like that. Web GUI. Aha. Web GUI optimizer 1080p 12.1. Bam. There we are. Okay. Getting stuff going. Disable dark reader. Excellent. Alrighty. Mesh Wi-Fi 6 system? Does this do Wi-Fi 6? I may not want to replace this with a router if it's actually going to be better. Network system. Okay. Login. What the heck? Oh, do I have to create a T-Mobile account to set this up? Yeah, I'm gonna have to. All right, I'm gonna do some stuff. This is pretty much all of going to have been blurred to you because there's all kinds of stuff in there I don't want you seeing. So I'm gonna go create an account, I guess. The computer that I've been using the website with, that's running Linux. It's running Linux. Okay. All right. Bye. That was an over hour-long phone call with T-Mobile about this. My account is apparently very broken somehow. My best guess is a while ago, they were running a promotion for a free data sim that would get 250 megabytes of data a month that used 4G LTE, and it was just straight up free. Didn't need to pay anything for it. As long as you brought in a qualifying tablet, and I brought in an NVIDIA Shield tablet. And I think that registered me an account without a phone number, and now their system is broken because I can't have an account without a phone number. Even this thing has a phone number. So my account is in limbo between activated and not activated. So sweet. What I should have done had I known all this was just activate this with a new email address, but oh well. So now it's very broken, and they're gonna have to contact engineering. So cool. Okay, so that phone call that lasted over an hour was on November 22nd. This is December 2nd, and I've still heard nothing back. Now, what that means is I actually can't pay for this. And that means that the $45 price I quoted doesn't actually apply yet, because I'm gonna have to go in person and give them money to pay for this, which they don't give you as much of a discount on. It's kind of weird. So it's going to be $55 a month for right now until they can fix my account. I have like a little notification on that thing that you can see here that says, you know, oh, hey, we're working on it. And it's dated November 22nd, but that's still the only one on there. And they haven't called me or anything. So just, that's very broken. So my account's kind of messed up. The speed, though, I didn't really get to show a speed test in that video. The speed is kind of inconsistent here. So here's the speed test I ran just before I started filming this. 400 down, 5 up, and this is Wi-Fi 6 actually, so this shouldn't have any performance issues. And it's kind of weird. Let's run it again and see what we get. Yeah, so that's a lot slower. Although it's creeping up, I guess. And then up is atrocious. So that kind of sucks for streaming. So I'm not sure what's going on with that yet. Not 100% sure that that's going to be the final solution, which is really unfortunate because I don't want Cox internet. But I need to play around with different locations because that's not ideal. So I'm still working on that. Now let's take a look at some of the footage from this, because I needed to take a look at this and figure out how this is going to work and show you some different things about it because it's really cool. Now, there are two ways that I can tell the story of this television, and I'm going to give you one of the ways today, and it is the reason that I bought it. Because, well, it is something that I was looking for, but it ended up being way more than what I thought it was. Okay, so this TV is exactly what I was trying to find when it came to VGA capture. Now, I did a video a while ago, actually like 2 years ago now, where I talked about wanting to find a TV that uses an external input box that accepts VGA. And I wanted it to be DVI output and work at 1080p and be able to capture VGA by using this as a scaler. Now, since then I've actually ended up getting a much better solution than this, but this was the last straw that pushed me towards that direction. So let me get this thing connected, and then we'll try feeding it a VGA signal and see what it does, because it is actually pretty good. So I'm going to need an IEC13 cable there and one there, which means I should probably grab a power strip. I had a bundle of all that sitting aside, so let's just go ahead and start with this. And I actually have to say thank you to some people on Twitter, because I got this television and the box together, but I did not get this cable, and this cable is slightly weird. This is the bidirectional communication cable that the television and the input box used to communicate. I didn't know what this would be, and there are a few different connectors that are kind of like that, but this ended up being an MDR series cable, and I was able to count the pins and figure out exactly what it is and what I needed to get. Where does this plug in? Ah, in the back, not straight up. That's weird. So I was able to get that so that the box could actually control the television, because without that, this goes into a panic mode that's actually worse than the Sharp Aquos box. It will output nothing. So it's completely useless. And this box is what I really wanted. And so I had to get that and the panel. That's the thing. With the Sharp Aquos box that I featured in that video, I did not have the panel. I just have the input box, and it means that it doesn't work, essentially. It won't do anything that I want it to. And I just theorized that having one of these that did work and was complete would function as a fairly reasonable VGA converter that could be used because it was designed like the input for an LCD, because that's basically what it is, but like an LCD monitor. So you can consider this thing to actually just be a 1080p DVI panel. That's all it is. I haven't tried feeding it a 1080p signal directly, but I suspect it would display it. But this thing takes anything up to 1080i, that's what's kind of weird about this, and will digitize it to display on the panel. So this is unusable without this, and this is unusable without that. But together, that will turn on, and it should work. Where's the light on that? I don't remember. Is it right here? I don't know. Hopefully that thing still works. There we go. So we can see that we do get video on there, and let's do the test that I'm really concerned about here. So let's see, is there a menu thing here? Menu. Yes, it works. Oh, that's so good. Oh, yes, that rocks. So I looked at the service manual for this thing, and it did recommend, or it did say this was the remote, but there is another remote that I've seen referenced with this in contemporary reviews of it, and it was different. It's like this weird folding clamshell thing, but that's really good to get, because this thing has no controls on it. You've got input choices here, and then volume and channel, and that's it. So if you need to change picture settings, you're screwed without the remote. So, oh, that is really nice to know that that works. So I could go to here, feature not available. I think I need to plug in a video source. So let me get something that I can plug into this so we can actually test that out. Okay, so I've got the new Windows XP computer here, and I will go ahead and turn this on. And the input or display should show up over here. Yep, there we go. And this is the actual feature that I was so excited to get. Come on, show it. I did it for just a moment. Well, it's close there. This will do input scaling. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change the resolution of this. Yes, we'll keep the settings. Windows is installing new devices. PS2 mouse and keyboard. You don't need drivers for that. Okay, so what I should be able to do here is go to picture. Oh, where is it? Wide. I know there's a way of configuring this. Let me poke around with the settings a little bit here. Display. Wide mode. Feature. Okay, no. All right, well, this is frustrating because I know it does it. I don't know if I have access to something that I know can test it, but I've run Commander Keen on here, and I will just show you a picture of it. It will do scaling correctly. This remote may not have the buttons for it, though, because I'm not seeing that option. Yeah, I think this is maybe not the best remote for this TV, but maybe it'll work at the very least. XP computer looks great with this thing. But yeah, so here's the killer about this thing. What makes it not work for VGA capture? It's not that the scaling is apparently unpredictable or difficult to control. It's that it doesn't output in RGB over the DVI cable. It's another color format that I'm not sure what is. It looks like it's at least 444 when you get up on it. So I don't think it's doing compression and stuff that would be unusable, but I don't know what it is. It just doesn't work. And then in the end, I ended up getting some proper capture cards anyway. So this isn't going to be used for VGA capture, but it's still cool enough that I want to use it for other stuff. All right, go ahead and shut this off here, because one of the things that I need to do now is measure these mounting hole points. So I need to flip the panel around. I'm going to shut the whole thing off here, then unplug it so I can get to that without worry. Okay, so now you have somewhat of an idea of what I'm trying to do with this whole TV thing. I had a thought, though, since then, for these mounting brackets. I'm thinking it would actually make sense to get an extruded aluminum profile to put in there. It's not perfectly square, but I could probably put washers on it and make it fit correctly, because it has these holes here, and if I put the aluminum in there, I could attach the TV to the aluminum in a very secure way that I think I would like. And then I could either attach the aluminum to the back of this stand somehow, or maybe have it go all the way down and then under the stand, or maybe just sit it on top. I don't know, but I think extruded aluminum could work really well. So I'm gonna look into that. And then also I could make it possibly just rest on the base of the TV, just go into the back for stability, and then make it adjustable so it'll just hold the TV up and keep it from tipping. Yeah, so if I use extruded aluminum, make it really short, that's always a solution, and that would definitely work. So it's actually thick enough and well balanced enough that if I turned it flat, it would just stand. So yeah, having the extruded aluminum just make a couple of little T things would work out for sure. So probably, you know what? Let's just plan to do that. That would make a ton of sense. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Just make little tiny T-bars, boom. I'm gonna need to redo some measurements so that I know how much depth there is between here and here, but that'll work. Okay. I like thinking on camera. This is nice. This is like the ultimate rubber duck programming. Now, I also showed some stuff about this printer and setting up this whole area, and honestly, it's really not worth going through because the laptop kind of changed all of my plans here for having like a full computer desk set up. That's part of why I'm going to relocate that monitor arm into that room for the streaming setup that I will hopefully be able to do. But I'm just going to have like a temporary workstation setup area. I might even do like a lot of work from my chair that's full of junk right now because I've been moving a bunch of stuff around. But I don't really need like a full work area. I do plan on having a big dock that I can connect all my printers and stuff to for printing out the hard copy supporter things, which I now need to do for this month. But the plans have changed a little bit. So this is something that I tried to set up. I mentioned that I needed to work on this all more off camera, and really I should have just done it all off camera. It wasn't worth it, and I'm not happy about this. The alignment, I thought it would be really cool to have paper in here that I could then feed up to printers up above, but the alignment is so precise that it really doesn't work out that well. Also, on this star printer, turns out you can release these latches and pull up the whole tractor section, which is kind of cool. I don't think you can change which order it goes in, whether it's tractor before or after some things. Someone commented that you might be able to use the tractor to feed into the roller, but I don't think so. It pulls out of the roller. But I should have seen this switch, which goes between friction and tractor. I could have printed the hard copy supporter stuff, but I just didn't know that at first. But anyway, this seemed cool. I don't like it in the end. And then the other thing is this is way too high up. I wanted to be able to film printing some stuff like the hard copy supporter, and that's up to way too high. So I need to figure this out. Different solution. Don't like that. Hi there. Let me bounce a light off of a wall in front of me. Sorry for the shaky phone cam footage again, but this does better in low light because the whole building's power just went out for some reason. So yeah, even this video had to have some incorrectable issues that I won't be able to resolve here. This kind of works out because I was going to be spending not all day here today. I only had a few objectives that I wanted to hit, then go home and edit what's left of this video. So yeah, this one didn't have the impact that I really had hoped, and kind of this is a good time to switch the formats of these vlog videos. So one of the things I've been having difficulty with when editing these is that I've been trying to have like fulfilling solutions to problems in these videos, and it's been getting more difficult now as I've been trying to continue to pump these out as I film. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch here. So I'm going to start filming project-based stuff. So like the whole TV there, that would be like a whole video instead of, piecemeal as I'm doing this. The electronics bench over there, as that gets set up, I will film little bits of that, and then when it's done, then we'll do a video that's talking about everything all in one go, rather than like seeing me attach the monitor arm in one video and then, plugging all the stuff in the next. Just do it all in one, so it's a little more enjoyable, and you get to see the complete experience. So that's it for now, but I'm gonna have to end it there. I was trying to film the hard copy supporter stuff before I left today, but I can't do that without power. I run everything off of wall power, so I don't have to deal with batteries. So this is like the one time that's backfired, but oh well. So yeah, I'm gonna digitally scroll the hard copy supporters for December. I will film when there's power again, the actual printout. So yeah, this is fun. Anyway, I'm gonna switch to subject-based videos, but that is it for the moment, because I'm tired of videos like this that have really weird outcomes, and I would like to have these be a little better structured, so I'm gonna do that. But that is it for the moment. I guess for you, I have plenty to do now, I suppose. So yeah, I will see you guys later.